Oh, okay, I guess I was ready for me to start recording. Hi, hello, welcome back, welcome to my channel. My name is Sierra. This is Sierra's Secret Space, and today's video, I'm gonna be doing my makeup because I haven't done makeup in a minute. But also, today's video is even happening because of the topic of growth and how growth isn't linear. My cycle starts April 1st. So, like in 4 days, and typically once my cycle gets close, that's when I just start feeling off. Like every possible thing imaginable just feels 10 times harder. Like this video, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do makeup, I'm gonna do growth isn't linear, blah 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 blah. And then I'm like, actually, I don't, but that's why I'm recording, because I think it is important to know that when it comes to growth, you have your good days and you have your bad days. And just because you have a bad day, that doesn't mean you automatically erase any of the work you've done, which has been carrying you through your good days. Like mentally, I feel fine. It's just my body is the one that's not really getting with the program. So yeah. Mm, gonna brush my teeth and stuff first. I'm getting some more toothpaste, so yeah. And then I'm gonna do my skincare and stuff. And I'll be back. Honestly, sometimes the most annoying thing is knowing why you feel a certain way, but you can't essentially help it. In this case, PMSing and stuff. Also, I realize part of the reason I probably feel just meh is because I haven't really gotten ready for the day. So once I finish, I just gotta take a little shot of mouthwash. I'm gonna wash my face and then go try to find something to wear. I don't know if I'm going anywhere today, but I also know that I don't like the way I feel right now, so that means I'm gonna change out of this soon. So, alrighty, gonna put on my little wristband thingies. I'm gonna just go ahead and wash my face. I'm gonna be using this Cetaphil cleanser, and then the biggest thing that I know is that if your skin is hydrated, it'll be like so much better. There's this underground, it's a pimple here. My face actually hasn't been breaking out that bad, so that's, well, it was breaking out at one point, and so I got these Noxema blemish pads, and I was using them like once or twice a day. Like if I did them at night, I probably wouldn't do it again till like the next night because sometimes they can be very drying. But yeah, I'm just gonna rub that in and then wash my face. Okay, my face has been washed, and now I'm gonna go put on some of my favorite tights and a t-shirt or just a shirt, and then we'll moisturize, and then we'll get to the fun part, which is makeup. And I'm actually quite excited and feeling 25% better. I thought I was recording. I feel 25% better than I did when I first started recording, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I picked this shirt because I thought it was very fitting for this video. Okay, I did press record. I need to do my moisturizer because the feeling of my skin being dry is driving me insane. So put this up. Alright, so my hands have been washed. And so first thing I'm gonna go in is with this Huda Huda Wonder Black Rice Hyaluronic Toner. I really like this. It adds another layer of hydration. I think my lips are dry. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. I did a bit of time the video is gonna be growth isn't linear. What am I talking about? I don't know. Whatever happens. I get in these moods, well, whatever this mood is in specific we're talking doesn't actually feel very fun. I'm gonna go in with this hyaluronic acid serum from Good Molecules. Since I've been using those Noxema blemish pads, they can be very drying. So I try to stack moisture where I can. Okay, I'll let the voices what I refer to as like the thoughts I don't want to entertain, but sometimes it's easier to call them out instead of letting them brew in silence. Like, for example, I've been filming for 7 minutes now, and the thought of editing my videos, I don't edit. I've edited maybe 2 videos on my channel, and I didn't hate it, but it's so much easier for me to go from recording to just posting, because I feel like if I start trying to edit, I'm gonna try to like cut stuff out. Like when I was getting dressed a couple moments ago, I'm thinking it was the voices were like, they don't want to see you just getting ready for the first 8 minutes when you titled this video growth is linear. Who are they? Who are they? Who is this video for? Me. The video is for me. My channel, I do what I want. If they don't want to see it, they can click off. They can scroll away. They can skip. They can do whatever. But me, I'm going to do my makeup now. This is my makeup bag. And yeah, I'm trying to get some of the stuff out that I'm going to need first, and then figure out a camera angle. Where's Bob? Oh, I found her. I also probably need to clean some of this stuff off, but that's a later me problem. This is the angle I think I'm gonna go with for now. I have this mirror here, so you know, I hope my side profile looks pretty decent. Like when I'm on my cycle, everything feels irrational. Really, just like the lead up to it, cause I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I need to do my hair. Now you know your hair looks fine. Like I feel like I well, I sweat more, which then I feel like my deodorant. Um, I sweat more, and then I feel like my deodorant sweats off more, and then I just feel like I smell, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do this, and I'm just like, oh, please. So yeah, this is the hair. I moisturized it and stuff yesterday because I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to do my hair. And then I sprayed some like leave-in. I sprayed some water mixed with leave-in conditioner on it, and then I used some leave-in and curl and style milk, and yeah. It's okay. So one thing I'll say, I'm gonna multitask. I'm gonna try. This is my video. I can do it. I think it's funny because like for the people who know me, I would say my baseline is pretty chill. What I mean by pretty chill, make sure you drink some water. What I mean by pretty chill is like I'm typically I'm a positive person. I'm a pretty happy person. So people, oh gosh, people feel disgruntled or they feel off when I'm not acting how I typically act. And I'm like, I realize now, well, I realized a long time ago that you don't always have to be sunshine and rainbows 24/7. You are human. If you are just one emotion all the time, then it's like, are you a robot? First, I have this new LA Colors primer that I'm gonna try out, but I also have this Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine Pore Refining Anti-Shine Base. So I'm gonna use a mix of these. I've had this one for like eons, but it's like, oh gosh, I don't know, man. Okay, I'm gonna put it there, and I'm gonna put it here, and then I'm gonna put it here. I grab quite a lot. I probably won't even need the LA Colors one. This is my video. I can do what I want. It's like, it's so, I don't want to say it's easy, but it's easy in a sense for me when I'm PMSing to be more susceptible to being self-critical of myself, and it's jarring because my self-talk is normally very positive, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh, they for example, this video I've been recording for 13 minutes and I feel like I've said absolutely nothing, and then it's like the urge to scrap the video. Why do you want to scrap the video? Because nobody wants to see this. Again, who is they? Like, it's quite literally one of those things where like you have free will. Everyone has free will. If someone clicks on this video and they want to watch it, they watch it. If someone clicks on it and they're like, oh, I don't know, then so after Prime, I'm gonna go in with this Ulta Beauty Ultra Slim Brow Pencil in the color dark brown. Excuse me. And I also have this brow pencil I got from Shein. I can't see. Well, I can see, but I can't see. I'm gonna turn this light on. I have a mirror in front of me, but it's easier. I can see in the camera too. I did my eyebrows last night because last night it everything felt off. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I know sometimes it's jarring because if I'm, oh, not the feet, my feet match, so it's fine. I can't say. Ah! There's more light in this mirror, but this mirror's like far away from me. So I'm gonna move the lighting to be here. Can I move it so like I can see myself? That helped. None. None. That helped. Absolutely none. I'm gonna use my phone as a mirror. So, ouch. So, yeah. This is so annoying. I wanted to sit, but I guess I'll stand because I can't see. So the only way I can see is by looking in this mirror and looking in this mirror here. So what do I look at? Do I look at? I'm looking at the phone. I'm looking at myself. Oh, did I press record? I did. What if I just kind of do that? Yeah. Moral of the story, sometimes it's, I don't like really saying, I don't want to say hard because it's not hard, but it's difficult sometimes going from being like what I would say happy go lucky to suddenly feeling like the world is ending, but also knowing that the world isn't ending. So now you're like, but yeah, no, that's the basis of it. And like, not gonna lie, the urge to scrap this video is like so strong. I'm like, oh, you're not saying anything, start over. I'm like, no, we're gonna push through the uncomfortableness because sometimes the uncomfortableness is what we need to realize we're all in our head. And I'm like, you have a point, but also, you're not saying anything. You are saying things. You're literally saying growth is linear. You're literally saying the simple fact that you go from being one way to being this way because of outside factors we can't control. I can't control the fact that my cycle starts and I'm not getting pregnant. So it's just a lot. And like, if you're still watching, I just want you to know that, oh, okay. This is this Maybelline. Is it Maybelline? Yeah, Maybelline New York Fit Me Concealer in the color Honey Melon. And then I also got this Maybelline Pro Glow. This is L'Oreal Paris. Why does it look like there's separation in the thing? Okay. This is the concealer. This is foundation. Because I realize sometimes I just have to let myself exist. And sometimes it's hard. Well, it's not hard. It's unfamiliar to not scrutinize my every word or like my every movement. So if you did not notice, I have eyebrow slits. So the first thing I do is I like block those areas out with the concealer on a brush. And then from there, I do like a light carving. When I said light and also it's like light up in there, okay. I realize I need the bottom part of my eyebrow back. And then from there, I'll do the top. I have a couple pimples. They're not necessarily like red, but I think, oh, that's a purple. I think I'm gonna do some like, there's hair on this, like color correcting or something. Maybe. Okay. There's that. This NYX Cosmetics palette. What the hell is happening with my brows? Oops. I didn't mean to say a word either. It's fine. It's not even that freaking red, and then this one here, there's like a little dark spot, so I just put that there. This one is gonna be Christmas themed. A little bit of orange to color correct that. And, okay. Oh my goodness. I'm posting this video whether it gets views or not, because we're not posting this video for the views. We're posting this video for the simple fact that we can, and that we're not doing this for the sake of getting views. We're doing this because the name of this channel is Sierra Sacred Space. So therefore, i.e. Sierra, am allowed to exist and not feel like every video has to be life-changing or monumental. There are videos that can exist without having to have some higher purpose. I have this little pad thing, and I like using this. It's also clean. And I kind of drag it into my eyelid because I'm also gonna prime the eyelid too. So now I'm gonna blend in the concealer. I realize my inner voice, my ego, the inner voice that is built around survival is mean. She is a bully. And I realized that her feats to try and protect me often end up hindering me. And it's so annoying because I'm like, if I would have just went with my first mind, I would have reaped the fruits of my labor a lot sooner. But I'm also very appreciative for where I am now in this point in my life. Realizing that I swear these walls breathe. They breathe sometimes. Now I'm just gonna let me do a bit of foundation, not a lot. I don't even think this is full coverage, TBH. Is this full coverage? It just says radiant finish. That tells me absolutely nothing. Well, it doesn't say full coverage, so we're just gonna assume it's not that. But yeah, there's been a lot of videos I've scrapped because it feels like I was talking about a whole lot of nothing, and like people wouldn't want to see this, but at the same time, it's like I haven't spoken to any of those people who don't want to watch this. And then again, like if you're watching this and you don't want to watch it, then why are you torturing yourself? That you sound a little crazy purposely doing things. And like if you don't want to, but then again, I'm not about to feed into that. I am feeding into like you watching this right now. Thank you so much for watching. You know, it's reasons like this why I I don't know, like I'm not just saying, oh, the reason why I do this is because of you. No, I do it for myself. Like at first, it was one thing. I have it written on my desk somewhere. It was like at first it was to like prove a point, but now it's personal. I'm just gonna take whatever is left and then I'm gonna go under here. But yeah, no, the ego, she's mean. And then sometimes, even when like my inner voice ends up being very self critical, I'm like, shut up, shut up, shut up. Because honestly, if we just want to be so for real, your ego, the one that is like trying to protect you, the one that has your survival instincts on 24/7, those are, what are you protecting me from? Me uploading this video because I want to isn't going to kill me. This video not being one of the more meaty videos on my channel isn't going to kill me. Me wanting to just exist on camera within my own sacred space that I have created on this channel isn't going to kill me. So I'm like, please just let me exist. And it's realizing that I had been in like survival mode and that I had been scrutinizing every single part of me. Like I literally wasn't allowing myself to exist. And I feel so much better now. Like, I do. Now we're gonna have this Morphe 30th the Season palette. This was my first big girl makeup palette and I love it so much. I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush and I'm gonna go in with the colors Out of the Box and Tag Me. And like as you saw, I didn't really use too much foundation because I'm not a fan of it, but I will go in and like set whatever I did with some powder. And this is what gets me those questions like, oh, do you have foundation on? Yes, but very, very little. Like, I haven't gotten like powder foundation, but yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I don't know what makeup look I want to do because I don't know what I'm gonna wear. What do I feel like wearing? Excuse me. I don't know. So let's do something neutral, sparkly, and natural. Excuse me. Like I wouldn't necessarily describe how I was feeling earlier as a mood swing, but also kind of sort of a mood swing. It's just one of those things that I have to work through. And I know sometimes my girlfriend is like thrown off or like taken up, there's taken aback because like she wants to help, but at the same time, it's like when I'm experiencing mood swings, it's one of those things where it's like most of them are are irrational. So it's like I can't tell you why I feel the way I feel right now. I just feel off. That's the best way. There was a harsh line where the concealer and foundation was blending out. Cool. Cool. So this is what it looks like. Let's pick it up. This is what it looks like up close and personal. Yeah, I gotta bring back some of the warmth to my face. I'm still trying to blend into the forehead, but yeah, sometimes there's just no other way to say it other than I'm PMSing. We got the full package, and I'm gonna put in you're not making this video to explain to people why growth isn't linear. If anything, I think this video is more so a video for yourself, telling yourself that growth isn't linear and that you can feel one way one day and then feel another way the other day. But you know what? You just gotta keep going. You can't, like, honestly, I think you should applaud yourself because when I got up this morning, well, I wanted to make a video titled Growth Isn't Linear for a while, but I just never got around to it. Why? I don't know. I just didn't. But now I'm here. And at first, once I actively thought about doing the video, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. But I knew that I had been so I had been looking forward to doing makeup. I had been looking forward to doing a video titled I had been looking forward to doing this, and I wasn't gonna let the fact that I temporarily felt bad stop me from the fact that I know I was gonna feel really, really good after filming this video. And I don't know if you can't notice, but my energy level has gone up so much, and yeah, it's like this shirt says, oh, I don't know how. I'm just gonna. This shirt says, "Grow through what you go through." I feel like this has taught me. It was one of those things like if I would have listened to the part of me that was like, "Oh, scrap the video," like, "Oh, don't bother recording," or "Oh, just blah 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 blah." I wouldn't be here right now, and I wouldn't feel better because I would just be sitting there just feeling bad, thinking, "Oh, I want to do makeup, but oh, I don't, I don't feel like it, but I don't feel like it, but I want to." And we're here now, guys, and it's. I think there is just this subtle beauty. Well, let's do something colorful. Let's do a colorful makeup look, okay? I think there's just this subtle beauty and just allowing yourself to exist. And then through existing and not feeding into the thoughts that don't serve you, you come out on the other side. Because like I said, I listened to the part of me that was like, "Oh, just scrap the video. No one wants to see this." First of all, who's no one? No one wants to. Who are you catering to? Because the second I record and I'm like, "Oh, they don't want to see this. Or last time I checked, this was Sierra's sacred space. This video, this me recording is mine for me. I don't I don't do this for other people. I don't do this for other people. And the times I honestly can I can kind of notice it amongst like my channel, I guess. And sometimes the way I like to frame it is like, the videos that have varying different views means that whoever watches my video, they maybe needed that in that moment. But I'm not gonna get in my feelings that one video has 2 views and another video has 100 views. Maybe those 100 people needed to see that. Maybe those 2 people needed to hear what I had to say. Moral of the story, this is for me. And yeah, I have this Beauty Glaze Color Fusion palette. And then like I have smaller palettes. Like I have this LA Color ones. And then this is also another LA Color ones, but she's been through it. And then I also have a Wet n Wild one. And this is the NYX one. And then a lot of my stuff is from Dollar General, Dollar Tree. No idea where my mom got this one. This came from Ulta. This came from Ulta. And then I have this palette, which was gifted to me by one of my friends. It's called Heavenly Hues. I actually really like this palette because it's like, I like the different highlights and stuff, and especially this color here. It comes off as like, I don't know how to say it, but it looks really good on my skin. So I'll probably use that one for highlighter. Okay. I said I wanted to do something colorful. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I kind of wanna do my under eye purple. I don't know what I'm wearing, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go with this. This is this brush, and I got it from You know how you see sometimes on like, okay, for example, it's like, oh, coleslaw. I don't like coleslaw, but there are those people who like it, and then you'll see those posts like, oh, coleslaw is so good when you don't have those people saying that it's nasty in your ear. Me, I feel so good and just etc. when I don't let my negative thoughts ruin my mood. Yeah. So I'm gonna here, flip you back over there. Make sure you drink your water. I'm gonna pull it. I'm not tightlining because I'm not about to stab myself. I am, however, getting really close under my lash line. And oh gosh, you can't see this color at all. Oof. I can't tell I did anything. Okay. I had something to say, but I forgot. Oh. Yeah. Growth isn't linear. And it's like, I find even with my healing journey is like never ending. Like, the stuff that I have healed from, amazing. But it's like, as you grow and as you learn yourself and you come into like who you are, you find there are other random things that you didn't think would affect you, but they affect you in different ways. And so I find my off days, or days like today, where it was harder to do certain things. I made sure to listen to my subliminals because I love my subliminals down, because sometimes I like listening to the ones that have like, music and stuff in them, because they just make me feel good. And I, did a little bit of tarot and stuff, and also not feeling bad for doing things that are gonna give me a peace of mind. Like when it comes to like filing my taxes and stuff, I have to call someone tomorrow because I haven't heard back from them. And they past me would be like, oh, you don't wanna bother them, you don't want to be a burden. And then I'm like, this is my money we're talking about. You're not about to come in between me and my money. So if calling her tomorrow gives me a peace of mind, then what am I gonna do? I'm gonna call her. Why are you me talking to myself? Why are you trying to make me feel bad for doing something that's going to benefit me in the end? If calling her is going to ease your anxiety, then call her. That's all I can say. I'm gonna go with this purple and go over the light purple and kind of stop like here, wherever, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, allowing myself to be assisted. Like if doing something feels too hard, if I have someone who is willing to do it for me, then by all means I'm gonna allow them to do that. And then also not feeling bad. Sometimes I just have to sit and think, oh my gosh, my inner thoughts are so stupid sometimes, because what are you on about? What do you mean you feel bad that you had to ask your girlfriend for help because you couldn't do it yourself? Did it not get done? Okay, it got done. I don't know, man. But then it's also because of like certain circumstances or situations from when I was growing up led me to think that way. And even though I'm actively working through it, there's some times where it's like asking for help makes me feel bad. But no, asking for help is more so of a, oh, you don't want to burden anyone. It's like, oh no, you just haven't been put in situations to make it feel like you could reliably ask for help, or like people said they were going to show up, or people haven't shown up for you. So from there you're like, okay, I might as well do everything my darn self. And then when it comes to like group projects or like career stuff or relationship stuff, you can't do everything by yourself. You need assistance. You sometimes need partnership. At least for me, for all of my astrology girlies, I've been getting into my Jupiter is in Libra, which means that is where like my abundance and like my prosperity and blah 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 is gonna come from. And my Jupiter in Libra thrives on partnership and collaboration. And then while doing some reading, while doing reading and stuff about it, I saw somewhere it was like you get most of your opportunities or some of your opportunities from the fact that you know people, and people who already have one foot in the door, and they're basically going to hold the door open for you. They're going to give you, like, by knowing people you get more opportunities and stuff. And I mean, like, you know what, I see that. I realize now that my MBTI is INFJ. Ouch. My MBTI is INFJ, meaning I'm 52% introverted. So like I am, it's like a 50-50 split almost. I don't know what I'm doing for makeup yet because I genuinely don't know what I'm wearing. But it's fine. And so by knowing some of the people, or just reaching, and one of those things, like I realized that if there is something I want but I need the assistance of another person, I'm not just going to go talk to them for that specific reason. I'm going to talk to them because I actively want to get to know about it. And then from there, they end up telling me about the opportunity that I already wanted. And then from there, it's like, oh, okay, cool. I think I'm gonna go in with this color from the Color Fusion palette. And then also like trusting my vision, trusting my voice, and then realizing that I'm a Leo sun. I'm a Leo sun. My rising sign is in Sagittarius, and I have my moon is in Capricorn. Moon in Capricorn means that I'm like, very emotional, but my sun in Leo, I used to just hate when I would see, it was like, oh yeah, you have a sun in Leo, you're so bright, you're so bold, you're so energetic, you want to take the stage, you want to take the lead, and blah 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 blah. And I guess I agree now. It's one of those things like, if I was always meant to be seen, I didn't always feel comfortable. I never resonated with that because it was like I didn't feel comfortable being seen, because I realized that the people in my life never truly saw me because I never truly saw myself. So I was always just showing up and being the versions that I thought those people wanted, instead of being the person that I wanted to be. Oh, excuse me. No, excuse me. And so I'm realizing as I get older and as I am stepping into more leadership opportunities, or I'm stepping into these positions where I am sure of myself, I'm sure of my vision, and like, because I tend to take the role of group leader in a lot of my group projects. Because I don't like getting work done at the last minute. It irks my nerves when people wait to the last minute to do work, because like, if you go ahead and do the work now, future you is happy because they don't have any work to do. And that's something I strive to do. This color is like a little bit darker than that, so I'm just gonna do that. And so at first I used to feel bad because it was like, oh, maybe it's just anxiety. And then part of it is anxiety because I'm like, I don't like not having work done. I don't like having to get work done at the last minute. Like I said, it stresses me out because if I'm capable of getting the work done now, that means I have more leisure and free time because I handled my responsibilities well in advance. I know the look is looking like you can't see anything, but it's fine. And I'm leaning into that now. I'm leaning into the fact that, I become group leader. I become just, yeah, because I realized that my future dream career is being a marketing manager and making sure that I can help marketing manager of small businesses, and specifically, and making sure that I can help them, making sure their vision is marketing manager, making sure that my small business that I'm managing, their vision comes to life, their message is gotten across, and they connect with those who they making sure they reach their target audience, like, moral of the story. And so like, I don't want to just, I could become like the marketing manager for like a bigger business, like a bigger corporation, but that's not what I'm gonna do, because like, small businesses, meaning like, I envision a day in my future life where like I wake up like unrushed, like I can wake up unrushed, check my emails, see what businesses need, see what the businesses that I'm managing need from me, and I go check in. I'd even do one of those things where like, if I see some of the customers, I can go in and interact, like, okay, what do you like, how's your experience, like, what would you like to see, like, what are you liking so far, just because like, I love making people feel seen and heard, because when people feel seen and heard, you can make beautiful things happen when people feel seen and heard. And I'm really looking forward to holding the co-director programming position next semester because I am so excited for the events that me and the new board are going to create, because like the board that I'm a part of is just, it's so amazing. It's like the little things. I'm gonna go with this color. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna go with this color. Also, my favorite two eyeshadow brushes, these two are from Dollar General. Like, yeah. And so, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. But also, with that being said, it definitely goes back into the energy of like trusting yourself, because like if you want to, in my case, if I want to be in managerial roles and I want to do XYZ, I can't do these things and think that I'm not worthy of leading, or think that my vision isn't all that, or think that, nobody wants this, whatever it is that I'm trying to create. Because that right there is false. You have to trust yourself and know that those who are meant to see you will see you. Those who are meant to find you will find you. And when you're doing things that are outside of the norm, outside of what everyone else is doing, because it seems easier, sometimes it is harder, sometimes because those stepping stones aren't laid out for you. You just kind of have to go and like trust your vision. And then with that being said, you'll have people who look at you and they'll be like, oh, are you sure you want to do this? Yes. You want to know why? Because I know that deep down in my heart that whatever it is that I'm meant to do, it'll happen. I feel like I need another color over here. Maybe let's add a little pink. Whatever is meant to happen will happen. And it's like, yeah. Also, not, like I said in one of my last videos, not stressing over things that I don't really need to stress about. Because if you're stressing about something now, like me, for example, I'm going to see BTS on my 21st birthday. It's in Texas. How am I going to get to Texas? I have no idea. Do I know I'm going to get to Texas? Absolutely. Am I going to sit here and stress out now? That's in August. We're in March. Am I about to stress over something that's in August? Absolutely not. You want to know why? Because May me may have different, is not May. May me is going to have different resources than the current me does. June me is going to have different resources. July me is going to have different resources. August me is going to have different resources. I know for a fact that August me is going to have this figured out. But me right now, she doesn't. But that's not her problem. That's future me's problem. But am I going to sit here idly and not do things to help future me? No, I'm not. I'm going to do what I'm capable of doing, but I'm not going to try to solve the problem right now if the problem isn't actively a problem at this very moment. It's so unnecessary stressing over things that I don't need to stress over. And like I said, it goes back to the ego. It goes back to, the like survival and stuff. Like, your ego wants to be prepared. Your ego wants to be prepared. Your ego never wants you to be in a position to where you have to think, oh no, what am I going to do? But the thing is, your ego never knows when you're not going to be in one of those positions. So you're always just kind of in a state of, oh, I need to survive. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to do this. Like, I've gotten out of the habit of buying a bunch of groceries every week when I realize I'm not going to eat all of it. I'm only going to eat what I need, because stockpiling to me signals scarcity. I'm buying all this food because I feel like I won't have enough later. That's false. The biggest thing to me is, at least now, is not letting the number in my bank account dictate how I move through my day-to-day life. Like, as of right now, that number, it's trying to give me anxiety, but I'm gonna ignore it. You wanna know why? Because I have enough money. I have enough money to buy me groceries. I have enough money to take care of myself. So why are we stressing about money? Literally, how I have to talk to myself. I'm like, oh, sometimes if I'm feeling anxiety, not anxiety, if I'm feeling not so confident about my body. Here's the eyeshadow. It's kind of like orangey, greeny, reddy, purple. There's kind of just all kinds of colors going on. Turn it down a bit so you can see. But yeah, this is it. It's like, or especially now, I feel like it's gonna happen. I'm gonna put on something. Actually, no, I lied. It's not gonna happen. Excuse me. Excuse me. I keep saying I don't know what I want to wear because I know since my cycle is approaching, wearing tighter clothes isn't going to be the best for me because I'm going to be bloated. I'm going to start holding on to more water and stuff because you gain a couple pounds on your cycle. And I drink my ginger tea and I drink my tea to, ensure that I like flush out the water. No, I drink the tea simply because like ginger tea is good for like inflammation and stuff. So I tend to drink like quite a lot of tea leading up to my cycle. But then sometimes like I'm not gonna force myself to wear something if I know I'm not gonna be comfortable. So if I do wear anything today, it's probably gonna be something loose and flowy, so I don't feel restricted because that's not fun. I don't like putting myself in situations where I know I'm not gonna feel good. So that's like another thing in itself. But it's like if I ever catch myself in the mirror going, oh, honestly, before I could even say anything like you're bloated, you're PMSing, you're bloated, you're PMSing, you're bloated. And then it's just like I don't really have any room to say anything because what did I just say? I'm PMSing. I'm bloated. I don't look fat. I'm PMSing. I'm bloated. And then at that point, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, you're right. And so, I realized that, I don't know, a little shimmer here. It's a little shimmer. You see a little bit of it, but it's not like bold. A lot of the colors are just kind of blending into each other. Also, don't be too hard. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're growing, you're experiencing, you're living. Not every day is going to be the same. And if you hold yourself to the expectations that every day is going to be the same, you're going to be thoroughly disappointed when you realize that your energy levels are going to vary day to day. I can get up tomorrow morning and be like, oh, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna do Pilates and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And then Tuesday rolls around and I'm like, I actually feel like I want to lay in bed for another 2 minutes, even though my alarm is set for this time. And that's okay. But had I been like, oh, no, we're gonna get up, we're gonna do Pilates, I probably would have had a bit of resentment towards Pilates. And I realize that happens to me sometimes when I did like Pilates for like a month and some change, but it got to the point like my energy was starting to like differ between the sessions, and I would just feel bad because I'm like, I don't feel like doing this right now. And it's one of those things like I can't even necessarily tell you if I felt better after forcing myself to do it. It's just one of those things where it's like, if I want to do Pilates one day, I'll do Pilates one day. If I want to do boxing the next, then I'll do, boxing the next day. But also I've just made the agreement with myself that's like, if I want to do movement, then I'll allow myself to move. But what does that movement have to be? It doesn't have to be anything specific, just move your body. Do some stretches, do some yoga, do some things to, make you feel good. And that's okay. I think this is fine for the makeup, even though I literally cannot tell there's anything on it. Like, I can't really tell there's anything happening, and that's kind of upsetting. Because I don't want to mess around and, like, do something and then I ruin it. But, you know. Add it is purple. If anything, it's giving very sunsetty. So maybe we'll just do a sunset inspired look. And probably go in with this orange color. Because I've been doing like oranges and oh wow, that was a lot. Oh gosh. I've been doing like oh. Well, I mean, you said there wasn't any color on it, so now there's color. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh me. Oh my. Oh me. Okay. Do not panic. Typically, what I do once I get to this stage, because I look like one of those birds from Rio. I mean, the colors, guys. It's still not translating. Interesting. Okay, so what I typically do is because from here, I don't really go up that far with my eyeshadow or with like the color. So this palette's been through a lot. I'm gonna use this color, whichever one this one, the middle one. And this is just to blend out like that part up into my eyebrow. And it's just like it diffuses it instead of like bringing the color all the way up. I just use a color that's closer to my skin tone and it helps me like diffuse it. And then from there, just doing another little once over. I feel like I need a little bit of yellow shimmer. Oh my goodness. Where is that brush? The fallout is crazy. There's like sparkle all over my face now. Maybe I'll just little tap. But it's still like a lot of freaking fallout. Got on my lashes. I think the last thing I'm gonna do for the eyes is probably bring a bit of orange into the picture. So from the same palette, just a little bit of orange. Maybe I have some of the orange shimmer. Go in and do it on the corner. So I think that's it for the look. I'm gonna dust off my nose because there was a lot of powder and stuff there. Next, blush. Since this is a very orangey look, I like this color from the same palette. Gonna roll it and push around. But then I may do make a mix with like it's like a pinky, I don't know, but we're here. While I'm at it, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the nose. Not too much blush, but enough to like, I need something on my face. Very orangey, very like sunsetty. I feel like I don't typically like do any nose contour, but I feel like the nose needed something, so this brush really choke. It's really choke. Did that do anything? I don't know. I also have this little blush from Shein. It's more of a pink. So I'll put that like here. What do you think? Maybe up here. I feel like I need to warm my face up. So I'm gonna go back in with like the full package, the one I kind of did some contour with like earlier. But I'll just go ahead and do it like this. This one's very like sunsetty. One thing I want to do is I'm gonna go with the lighter color. I feel like I warmed it up just a wee bit too much. Gonna go with Laid Bare and Tag Me right over where the blush was. This is what it looks like. There we go. Oh, she's cute. She's cute. This Presence of the Mind color has been really intriguing to me. It's like this gray color. I can't help but to like wanna put a bit of it like in the crease of my eye. And blend. Okay. I don't typically wear mascara, but I can't help but I don't even know what freaking color I'd use. Not gonna lie, this Take the Reins seems pretty interesting. I'm just gonna spray it directly into the palette, assuming it's mine. I hope I don't regret this. Ah. Okay, well, I guess that's just gonna serve as a freckle for now. And like, I typically do some eyebrow gel. Just gonna get some of it and put on my hand, and then wipe this off. I'm gonna go with like take the reins again, and then just kind of making my own mascara because I don't like it, but for some reason I feel very called to do what I'm doing at this moment. So this is She Glam, also from Shein. Okay. I feel like they look a bit more prominent now. More so because like I feel like they're being drowned out. Cool. Cool. So for highlighter, I'm gonna go back in with the palette I used earlier. I feel like I'm gonna use this one because that one feels like it may be too bright for the look I'm going for. I'm gonna mix them a bit. Let's see what they look like. I lied. I'm gonna go with this one. I was trying to see which one was gonna give me more like that golden look. Whoa. Whoa. Excuse me. Oof. Brow bone shimmery. And then I try to keep it literally. Okay, I'm back. So, yeah. Highlight, shimmery. There we go. You see it. Next, I'm going to do the same thing for the nose. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the center. And then I'm going to go right there on the top. I'm going to diffuse it just a bit. This is the most highlight I think I've ever done. My girlfriend just texted me. There's that. You know what? I don't hate it. And then my favorite part, we're gonna go with this brush again. Load her up. Okay. Ah! Sometimes I need a more concentrated like line of highlight. I'm just gonna blend it in. Is there anything on this brush? Actually, not really. Ooh, ooh, you see it. Ooh, you see it. Okay. Guys, I'm actually so happy I decided to do makeup. And then, like, there was a moment where I was like, but you're not even going anywhere. What happened to just playing in makeup because you can? Oh, okay. For the lip, I'm going to use one of these. And I think I'm going to go in with the color I used for, like, the blush. And, like, carve out just the top. And then I think I'm going to use the full package too because it's like a warm brown. And just carve out. This light's like taking me out. Okay. Cool. What you need? Oh, so I hope the colors blend. Oh, I'm not really, that's not really showing up. I'm gonna have to go in with Now Presenting, which is a darker brown. Okay. I'm actually happy with that. For the colors, I think these are, it's like mauve. I'm gonna put this on as the base color. And then I have like this, oof, scaly. This red one. Then there. I feel like just to be silly, I'm gonna take a little bit of this orange. Oh no, how is that being silly? It looks quite good. Okay, I went too far. Take some of the orange and like, can't see jack diddly crap. This is the lip. Hold on, guys. Stay with me. I have this pink. Oh, I gotta move it outside. It's okay. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going with this ColorCon Cancer. Oh, you are at an angle. My goodness. This ColorCon glitter. And then I use was looking for a lip gloss. I may just use this one. It was like a lip oil gloss. Ooh, okay. Just roll it on the towel to get her clean again. The only thing now is fixing the overflow. Okay, so this is a finished makeup look. I think she's cute. Now, well, first I have to clean up. I was trying to decide if I wanted to like put on something cute for the sake of my thumbnail. Maybe. Also, don't forget, what I do is I do this, and then like I get all the lip glosses like in the inside because nobody wants to eat lip gloss. So just a favorite tip for like, yeah. I never really use setting spray. This is always the first time for everything. She's very glowy. She's very sunsetty. I love it. See, I'm so glad. This is just going to be a video diary. The title's going to be Growth Isn't Linear. Video diary. Oh, this makeup is so cute. I actually love the way this turned out. So, guys. I don't know if I'm going to do a cutie thumbnail. I may do a cutie thumbnail because I really want to wear this dress later. And unintentionally, I think this makeup look this makeup look is so cute. This makeup look is so cute. I'm about to go probably play Sims. I'm so excited. I finally, like, me at the beginning of this video was like, ugh, me now, and my hair is like the least of my worries. I just like very much, cause like I look good, and like when you look good, you feel good. It's just like everything is just like, yeah. So the thumbnail is probably gonna be like this or something like that. And if I do go somewhere, I'm gonna wear this because I'm like, you can't tell me I did not eat on this makeup. Point blank, point period. So yeah, make sure you clean your makeup brushes after every use. I don't care what anyone says. Clean your makeup brushes after every use, and your face will break out every time you wear makeup. Some of these twists need a little bit of water, but overall, I'm really happy with how this makeup look turned out. If you are still watching and you are seeing this, thank you so much for sticking with me and the little emotional roller coaster, because like, just like with growth, things aren't always going to be what they seem. Like, you have your good days and you have your bad days. I am loving my little sunset lamp. I am just loving this makeup look. It's so cutesy. It's so sunsetty. So just like so cutesy. Let me just, ouch! Ah! I pinched my finger. This is so cute. I love the makeup. I love everything about it. I love myself. Yeah. I think that's all I have for you guys. It's been an hour and 24 minutes. I'm not editing any of this. Everything is getting posted and uploaded. And yeah. yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And that's all.